Alright, I think this is okay. Okay, let's get to it. So yeah, starting late. I know, it's late, but there was quite the thunderstorm raging not too long ago, so I was not able to do my usual setup. So I'm going to be doing that now, which unfortunately is not going to be much fun to watch, but it has to be done. Thankfully, the Xena setup is quite simple. There's really not much to her. I mean, I tried looking up some things to see if I'd missed something, but honestly, she's going to be so easy for the first part. It's not going to make a big difference. So let's get this. Let's get her weapon, the chosen weapons, fully leveled up. I mean, really, I'm doing Xena mostly because because of the circ, the Smith script circ. You can throw it, and it looks like a chakram. So that's it. That's the whole impetus behind doing this. There's no fancy plan or build in mind. I just thought, oh hey, that can be a Xena threw one of those. Oh hey, can I do her? So yeah, that's it. That's all where all this comes from. No fancy plan. Just hey, that looks like it could work. I'm also... There's actually a lot of things... I'm not like a huge fan of the show or anything. I just like I said, I remember the circ. I saw the circ and I thought this could work. So, but in terms of like... This is not going to be like anything else. I'm not going to be... Well, I'm not necessarily super knowledgeable about ninjas or World of Warcraft or any of that stuff, but at least I knew something. Right? Xena, I don't really know anything. I watched a show... I remember watching a few shows when I was a kid. So I don't know really what happens or really what goes on. But I remember her. I remember she had the sword. She had the chakram. I know she had that girl traveling with her all the time, Gabriella. But I tried to replicate Gabriella with the Nash of War, right? And I thought it'd be Latenna. Because, I remember using a bow at some point, but no. Apparently she's more of a staff and side user, and I can't think of anyone who really works for Gabriella. There's no one really here that has those I mean, Finley has some similar ideas, but it's not quite the same. So I don't know. The closest really would be, where are those two girls? Well, anyway, the two Black Knight girls, the one with the claws, the two claws, but unfortunately I don't think you can get her. You can only summon the one with the sword, but to get the one with the claws you have to get the two of them together, and that's wrong. So, I mean, I'll have to probably look into it more when I come back tomorrow to this. But other than that, it might just, or at least for now, it's going to be just her by herself. So I'm in the process of just getting set up right now, more for the actual. And the real run hasn't begun yet. I'm still in the original one. So this is how she looks. This is how it goes. I'll get more into it when I actually start recording. But so Freya's armor without the cape is the only thing that comes close to even matching Xena's outfit. So I know she doesn't really have those shoulder straps and the big breastplates, right? But unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you. This is what was really important for this wasn't just that. I mean, I know for some people they're only thinking about those breastplates, huh? But what was really important to that look were the leather rivulet, or these leather straps, these leather laces things that are coming down the center, like the leather skirt. That is a key part of Xena's build, okay, or her armor. Like that is one of the most signature parts for armor right there. So I had to have that, and Freya's armor is the only thing that comes close to that, and it's actually quite good. So after that, it was just a matter of finding. I still got to find better bracers that really look more Xena. I actually had better boots, but I forgot what they were. I had them in my PS5 version, but I took them off to do some more recordings for Agris, which ended up being a problem. So, and that brings me to some. Well, let me finish here with the armor. Some trickiness with the setup here. I can only throw the Cirque in their main hand, but I can only use. So it's going to be a little funny because I'm going to have all the weapons equipped. So the main sword, she only really just uses a single sword, and this is the Lord Sword sword here. Lord Sword, straight sword is the only thing that really matches Xena's sword in terms of looks. I know it doesn't have the red hilt, but you see all that scroll work on the side of the sword and some runes and all that. That is actually how Xena's sword looked, or at least in the pic for the thumbnail. And maybe she's changed her swords over the course of this. Apparently she used a lot of different weapons, but every episode, as far as I can tell, I know there was a sword and there was the chakram. And unfortunately, I know she has two here, but only in the one hand. I'm not going to use the Cirque in two hands, right? I'm just going to use the throwing function. But honestly, the throwing function of the Cirque is not very good. And then in case the sword doesn't work out, because honestly, this is not very high damage. I got the great sword. That's basically the Lord Swords. It's the Knight's great sword. Just basically looks like a bigger version of this sword, but it still has a lot of the scroll work and everything. So in case I need to, think bigger. Oh wait, I don't need Ranker Calling Arch. She doesn't have any spells whatsoever. I mean, as far as I can remember about Xena, there was not much. There's a lot of stuff that probably happened on that show that I don't know about. But I'm pretty darn sure by default she didn't have spells. What I remember specifically, sword, chakram, and a whole lot of screaming. So in a way, this is also doubling as my barbarian run, right? Because in a way she acts a lot like a barbarian. Screams, get angry. Lots of combats. Shoot first, ask questions later. Okay, what do we have? What else? I don't know what I'm going to do about summon skill, or spirit ashes. I'm going with Braggart's Roar mostly. I don't know what I'm going to put on the Cirque, but it really shouldn't have anything because she was. I don't. She was more the type that just ran into the fight and just attacked. She was not. I'll have to really look more into this tomorrow because I lost a lot of time tonight to that storm. But, the first part of the game is not going to be that hard anyway. So this should be okay. I'll have to... I don't know. If anyone has a good idea who could play Gabriella for the Spirit Ashes, you're going to have to suggest something because I don't know. I thought she would just use the bow, in which case I was just going to use Latenna. And I'm like, hey, there you go. That was easy. But no. Latenna is not really... She didn't just sit around shooting, but I remember an episode where all she did was fire bows. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. Braggart's War and all that stuff. So now let's go. Now let's go respec to something that fits more. I'm honestly not sure what to do here. This is basically I'm doing like a sword and shield build in a way, except minus the shield and minus the heavy armor, so... Is it time? But let's start. Let's change from template now. We'll call her Xena. No, not template Xena. Although that sounds interesting. There you can get a good look at her. I mean, maybe I could have finished the face, but no, wait, no, come on. Come on. Okay, done. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to work on her face more later. It was actually really tricky doing Xena's face, but I'll work more on it for tomorrow because she's got a really wide face, really wide bones in her cheeks, right? So trying to get that more Greek look. Right now, she looks a little bit more like got more of an Asian thing going on, but I'm gonna have to fix that tomorrow. Tonight, I gotta focus on... Okay, I do need to get the Cirque to... Actually, you know what? Let me cancel this. make sure.
Be not.
Yeah. So what do you need? I need at least an 11. Int an 11, like, okay, fine. That's kind of silly, but that's what I'm going to need. But thankfully, I'm not going to need many physical stats because, I mean, 10, 14, 11, 11, 16, 12. So this is definitely going to be quality build. I don't know about armor. How much do I need to get her down to a light load? She's just a pretty light load as is. Okay, well, normally I'm not going to have a two sword, one hand. So let's get this. Where'd it go? Okay. So how much weight do I have to lose to get down to a light load? Huh. Apparently a lot. Oh well, she only has 20 dex. So let's see what would happen if I added. Even that's not enough. Well, I'm not going to prioritize reducing the light load because I don't remember her being a really jumpy type, but it's all I'm going to really have with her, so I'm going to focus on that later. But we'll see what kind of stats I got to work with here. First I got to get... Ooh, my intelligence is default 14. Why is that? Well, crapola. Because that's 3 points I could put somewhere else, but oh well. Oh well. Okay, I got a lot of room to work with here for stats, so... Because aside from the faith, intelligence, yeah, this is like pure This is pure combat stats, just straight up. She's got stats for days to work with. So I don't even think I even need mind really. Well, okay, I'll keep it this side just in case I do need to summon something later. I don't know for sure. I'll probably just go get that equip load up because I want to get it higher over time. But really, this is going to end up being more of a... This is going to be a straight combat build, frankly. Just straight slashy. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm gonna. She's a very straightforward fighter. This is not much else to say to this. Okay, so we'll start this for now. Do I need anything else for Cirque? Is faith? Oh, thankfully the int and the faith on the Cirque is barely worth thinking about, so I don't have to worry about increasing those. But she's pretty much going to be a straight up fighter. Honestly, this is going to probably be the closest thing to an actual challenge build of all these builds I've done. Aside from Sword and Board, Dark Souls rules only Sword and Board. No, that was a real challenge because I was literally doing nothing but Sword and Board. I can still use other things with her, but she's going to be a pure physical fighter who only just does, like, not even heavy armor, not even shields, just straight, straight fight. What am I doing here? Flasks. Right, I'm going to be focusing on the charge abilities because of the Braggart's Roar, and you get the special 3 attack. So that's what I'm going to be going for here mostly. It's probably not the best thing I can do with her, but that's something I haven't done yet, so I'm going that way. I don't think there's anything left I have to do. I mean, I don't really. Well, I can try. I'm just curious to see how this looks. Ashes of War, Smith's Grip. What is going to work here? I'm just going to do my best damage ultimately here. Quality most likely, but for really these things, they weren't doing a lot of damage anyway. Standard. We'll just go with quality for now. I have not decided on an ability put on. Again, she's not meant to be a jumpy, bouncy type. She's basically a berserker, but without the big heavy weapons. So this is going to be interesting, but like I said earlier, it's not going to really matter for the first part, because like I said, because of that lightning storm, I wasn't able to get started until now. So I wasn't able to do my usual setup. But then again, if you remember my quick start, when I did the Plague Night, the Plague Death Night, I was able to end up getting a lot of that done in just two sessions. Mind you, I was up stupid late for the second part of the session, but Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. I need to get going into the actual playthrough so I can get this going. Alright, let's get this run going proper now. I don't hear any lightning anymore, so it should be okay out there. So a little, speaking of the Death Knight run, so there is going to be no final video for it. Not that many people watch these videos anyway, but there's going to be no final video for it. Two reasons. One, I actually came up with a better idea that I think will be more fun, but it'll take a heck of a lot longer to produce, mainly because I still don't know how to do real video editing. And two, turns out my console wasn't recording that whole time. I was playing it. Because sometimes you'll start recording these things, and it's just, yeah, you die anyway, whether you kill it or not, so it's just a waste of time to fight it. So sometimes you'll start recording, and it'll say it's recording, and then it won't record. And I did not notice the system wasn't recording. So, yeah, no Death Knight stuff. Sorry. But, you know what, that's okay, because I did not really care for the Death Knight run, or not the Plague Death Knight, because I've already done a lot of poison builds already, whereas the Frost and Blood Death Knight are going to be much more fun. I preferred Frost when I played World of Warcraft, and Frost was fun too, whereas the Plague Death Knight was like, yeah, they had a lot of little extra tools in terms of their summon undeads were a little stronger, and they had like bonus what was it, like dark damage, what was it called, what are they called again, I forget, whatever, dark magic damage. They had bonus dark magic damage in all their hits, and it was nice and all, but people preferred Frost generally. Hey, there we go, we're getting started for the video. And for Frost, and I can actually understand why, it was just so much easier to set up a Frost Death Knight. I just found it easier to like use the abilities where Plague was hard, and then of course I just enjoyed Blood in general, or at least in Wrath. When it became just a pure tank thing later, I didn't like that anymore. Anyway, this is about Xena, so let's get back to Xena, and we are getting started with Xena proper now. Hey everyone, it's Dave, and this is the Xena Warrior Princess run. Now, if you remember, this was a show way back in the 90s. It's sort of like it was actually more of a spin-off from the Hercules TV series, but from what I can tell, it had a good, long, successful run all on its own. It didn't need Hercules. It didn't need men. No. She was a big, strong, strapping woman, warrior. So yeah, she could take care of herself. He was practically a berserker in a way, even more so than Hercules. Hercules, he was a big, strong guy, but he was really more of a punch bump. But he was actually more diplomatic, really, if you remember that show. But anyway, let's not get into the shows. So anyway, so I saw when what was it called? The Smith Script cert came out. This thing. I saw this, and I was just like, hey, that looks like a chakram. Oh, wow, you can throw it like a chakram. Wow, hey, didn't Xena have a chakram? And there you go. That was how this run came to be. And oh yeah, a lot of her abilities are very similar to how the Berserker would work. My Berserker build would work that I was planning in the future, but I felt, this will be more fun, I think, because it has a few more nuances to it than just, big weapon, and, a lot of shouting. Speaking of shouting. Yeah, so anyway, I thought this would be more fun. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you do. Make sure you enable notifications, because something's going on with the notifications nowadays. A lot of YouTubers, not just me, are complaining about it. So be sure to watch the channel. Don't wait for YouTube to tell you about any new videos that get loaded or anything. No, you be proactive. Go to my channel, look for new videos, because YouTube is kind of starting to trying to bury people now. So even the biggest YouTubers, right? Not just the little guys, but even the huge ones, they're starting to bury them. So be proactive. Look for new videos. Come to our channel. So this isn't just for me. This is for everyone on YouTube. Anyways, as for this run, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get this Warrior Princess thing going, shall we? Okay, now, first, first things first, to anyone who's watching this who is a fan of Xena, I'm sorry. If you're a big fan of the show, I'm sorry. I don't actually know anything about the show. I watched a few episodes when I was a kid. I remember some aspects of the show. I remember how she looked, like, you know, enough to come up with this look, and I got the picture and all that. But I don't really know what happens on the show. So if you think this is gonna be like one of my other videos where I'm going on and on, like, oh well, historically accurate ninja, well they did this and this, or the Death Knight's like, oh well, you know, we served a Death Knight, oh look at undead, like no. I don't know anything about Xena. I don't know the story. I don't know what happens over the course of the show. I really don't. Like I said, I saw the Smith script circ and I was just like, hey, chakram, and I thought it'd be fun to pull this off. And then when I found out that Freya's armor, when you alter it, looks so much like Xena's armor, minus the focus on the big breastplates, if you know what I mean. She has the shoulder straps, unlike Xena's armor, but hey, what can I do? It's the only armor that has the leather strap. Actually, speaking of how she looks, unfortunately, because of that thunderstorm, that sort of messed me up, so I wasn't able to fine-tune before starting, but you know how this goes. These first runs are usually really easy. Anyway, this is how it turned out. Yes, it's not, the armor isn't perfect, but really it's the closest I could come up with, and those leather strips there in the front, that was the big part of Xena's armor. That was the big thing that really stood out. So when I saw that Freya's armor had those, I had to use that. I think the bracers and the leggings are okay. I think I can find better versions. I know I found better versions, but they were on my PS5 file, and they weren't there when I went looking for them. So I'll have to adjust that later, but don't worry, I'll fix it up. We'll get that all perfected. And as for the build, I'm just going to... Oh, we got to get rid of Millicent here. Or Million. I can never remember. It's always getting Millicent and Millennium mixed up. Melina. Because they remind me that the same... Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not doing any of this stuff. You know, in these runs, I don't do the questing. I pretty much just run to the bosses, which is fine. That's the real thing. Although, you know what? I haven't developed a code for Xena. Right? Like, what's going to be her code? What's going to be her thing? Because you remember, because that's how I determined, because you know with historically accurate ninja, I was using it as like excuses to avoid a lot of bosses, right? But that code helped me like say, okay, who can I fight, who can I avoid fighting, like who can I say, yeah, well, I wouldn't fight them, or whatever. It was a code, and yes, it also came off an excuse, but it also would sometimes help me fight monsters or bosses I wouldn't normally fight. Like I normally skip Rickard, because with these builds, the Rickard fight completely tosses the builds out the window. Anything interesting or unique about the build just goes right out the window. When you have... Oh, she's not Ronnie's. You know, who cares? I'm not going to do Ronnie's quest. Whoop. That was a mistake. So yeah, so I'd normally skip Rickard because you use the Serpent Hunter Lance, and that's it. That's what you got to do. If you don't use it, you're basically just standing there like an idiot in the lava, and, you know, whacking away. It's not that interesting. If you're a wizard, I guess it's more interesting, but I haven't come up with builds. I don't have... Actually, I was thinking of a Gandalf build, but I'll talk about that later. So yeah, so you always have these codes, right? So Agrius was evildoers, the Lich King's servants, who are the enemies of the Lich King, stuff like that. Code for Xena, I have no clue, because I don't know the show. But, so I was just thinking a second ago, when I mentioned the codes, is maybe it could be she has to fight through everything. Now, unfortunately, that means I'm going to fight through every mob I encounter, which is... that would really stretch out the length of these streams, and I'd really rather not extend this out to 2 hours, but I suppose I could whittle it down so that unless if it's something that attacks me specifically or hits me specifically, then I have to fight it. But other than that, I don't know, I'm going to have to think about it a bit, but I don't want to get too caught up now, because it's already 12:30, and I haven't even beaten one boss yet. So even though this is going to be a quick start like the Death Knight, I am not this time I got the whole weekend dedicated to this, because that's why I did it that way with the Death Knight, because it was like Agrius on Friday and then Death Knight on Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, yeah, but I really need 3 sessions to do this well, or at least to do it in such a way that I don't have to spend I don't have to stay up till 4 a.m. to finish a run, right? So it's better if one weekend, one build. So hey, you, get out of here. So I think we're going to stay... So I'm not going to do that this time, or at least I'm saying I don't... I can space these out better this way. So even though we're starting late, that's okay. I can always have the third day. So let's... How am I going to do this? She throws the chakram, but I lose... See, I lose that. How am I going to do this with her? I haven't even fought with her yet, so I'm not sure of the rhythm of this build yet. Although he's so easy, this is probably just not going to be a thing. Although, no poise. This is going to be a real problem without the usual amount of poise a build like this requires. Well, it didn't really matter for him, but... Okay, so if you haven't figured this out yet, so I'm going with a charge build, because with Braggart's Roar... Not Braggart's Roar, this is, what's this one? This one is Barbaric Roar. You get this unique... When it's active, you get this unique attack on your charged attacks, right? You get a 3-strike, which is actually even better than the... Well, I won't say it's better than the Milady, but... It's a little interesting... Right, and then if you charge it, you get the extra bonus, and actually even the full, you even get an extra little attack off if you keep pressing the button, so it's like a good long string of charged attacks. And you can fully charge it, right? And then when you combine it with the Roar Medallion, it increases the strength of them, and then Axe Talisman increased charge attacks, so you can see where I'm going here. Lots and lots of charged attacks. Even though I'd probably do just fine with just regular, spamming regular attacks on... Oh, no, I don't mean like R1s. Oh, go away, I'm talking. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Talk.
I merely pretend there is, but I can take gathering very well.
No, I didn't mean to shoot. I was hammering the button. Crap. Okay, let's just get this over with quickly. And yes, I even have increased charge attacks with the mixed physics. Yeah. I'm not gonna be doing anything. Xena doesn't know any spells. She's not gonna be casting spells. She's not gonna be. Although she. Oh wait, no. I think the bonuses from things like Barbaric Roar. I don't think you can apply greases. Actually, I can test that easily. Alright, let's just test this. Let's see. Can I apply grease? Barbaric. I know Braggart's Roar counts as a weapon buff. So why not use Braggart Roar? It's better all around. Yes, it is. But that's... Where is it? Oh, come on. I know it's here somewhere. Where's the greases? Where is it? There you are. I can still use it with Braggart's Roar. Oh, good. So I can use greases. There's nothing stopping me from using greases. But yeah, so Braggart's Roar is better, but this unique attack, man, I gotta use it. It's just something different. I want to do it, but oof. I don't know, man. Without the poise. I mean, yes, I know I do have an item for poise. Actually, you know what? Right now, I'm going with bonus damage because I got a bit of a berserk thing. That was supposed to be one of the cruxes of the berserk build. No dodging, no avoiding attack. Well, okay, you can do some dodging, but like in general, the whole point is that you just hack and slash and you just tank it. The damage. Where is that? There you are. See how this works. 43 poise. Nah, that's still not that great. So I just wanted to see how that works. You're a big barbarian, you take all the hits, and you just do all the damn, like, you know, just take it on the nose, and you just keep attacking. But with this poise, because this is all not very heavy armor she's wearing. But this poise, though, I don't know if that... Oh, right. I gotta get him talking. I don't know how this is gonna work with the low poise. I don't think it'll be very... I have a feeling this is gonna end up like a bit of like a challenge run, because yeah, she's I think I got something going here with the charged attacks, but oof, I don't have the poise to back it up, and I don't have like a super amount of HP. I'm probably definitely gonna have to use the great runes if I really want. Like, stop shooting me. I'm Xena. I don't go around the back. Although I will at this rate. Oh boy. I'm supposed to not be afraid of anything. I mean, Endura would be a good skill for all this stuff, but I don't remember her being that... Okay, why are they hitting me? We're doing every single shot. Okay, I'm not timing it right, that's why. Oh, when was... Oh, that one. There's one on the left. Oh, good, you hit your friend. Honestly, it's easier to not go for this stupid grace. Why am I even doing this? Wait, I mean... Oh shit. I lost sight of where I'm going. Crap. Because it's all dark and shadowy, it's hard to see. I hate the weather effects in Elden Ring. People think they're amazing. I find them annoying. When I first played the game, I think the weather effects were bugged in the vanilla version of the game. Because when I was playing Elden Ring, I only remember there being like two settings. It was very bright, like very bright daylight, or it was nighttime. There was nothing, there was no in between. And I loved that, especially in the DLC. I love that. It was like, I can see everything so clearly. This is great. Sure, there's no weather effects, but this is wonderful. And then I think they fixed it or something, because when I finally actually updated my copy of Elden Ring, because I actually played it unpatched for a long time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I gotta get to this one. I gotta get those. When I actually played it unpatched, so when it got updated, suddenly it was like, it'd be like stupid dark, like not just nighttime, but like stupid dark, or I'd have this really dark, hazy days where it's supposed to be all foggy and you can't see anything, or it would be rainy, but not just rainy, but like this shadowy mist over everything. And yes, it's accurate. It's very accurate. It's very good. I know it is. Or the DLC is horrible. Sometimes in the DLC, it'd be like there's like a smoky haze covering the screen, not like a fog, but like smoke. Like if you've been around any of these areas with the wildfires, you know what I'm talking about. It can get really hazy. Well, what else? Some of these anyway, there's some of the weather effects in the DLC are awful, and I don't mean bad, awful as in they're bad effects. No, they're actually really good weather effects. They're realistic. But the problem is I can't see Jack. I can't see anything. It would be so dark and so hazy and so foggy that I wouldn't be able to see anything. And like, this is not better. I liked the DLC when the weather effects were broken and I could see everything, because everything was always bright and sunny, or it was either dark or sunny, like nighttime and sunny, but not dark, not obscured, not foggy, not misty, not any of that stuff. Right? And I loved that. And then when they finally fixed the weather effects in the next patch, I was like, this is horrible. Because like most of the time in the DLC, like it's not like sometimes it's foggy and misty. Most of the time, like more than 50% of the time, there's some kind of weather effect or environmental effect going on in the DLC that makes it dark or foggy or something, right? So yeah, it's funny, but I like the game better with the broken weather effects. I don't know what to say. I like being able to see things. What can I tell you? Okay, before I went off on that stupid little rant, what was I talking about? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get some great runes to before I can get her HP up to a level that's like more in, like, she's gonna need poise. Like, yeah, the armor looks great. Yes, she looks like Xena, but this is not heavy armor. Oh, okay, Freya's armor is fairly heavy, but the rest of it, not so much. And I don't have a helmet, remember? So her poise is not going to match her, like, berserker attitude to just run through and... Oh, I was supposed to fight everything, wasn't I? Whoops, that was her code. Oh well. So yeah, Xena's code for this one... I guess she doesn't run away from a fight. I guess that should be the code, but I just ran away from a whole lot of fights, so... I don't know, I'm going to have to come up with a better one, because... like I said, I don't know the show, so I don't really know. I just like the idea of using chakram. Okay, how am I gonna do? I don't even know how to mix in the chakram into any of these fights because it's actually pretty short range. See? Oh, and he's not getting away now. Yeah, since I don't have any real defense, I'm not really going to be used to just standing there and taking just attack, and like ignore being hit. It's easy to ignore when you have the poise to pull off. So it will definitely be hard to get used to just standing there. See, when you see other people do those like super defense builds where they just attack and ignore damage, they have like really heavy armor and like all the right abilities to pull it off, right? I don't have any of that. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get this to work. Even with that Bulgo talisman, I don't have a lot of poise. How am I gonna? I gotta figure out a way to work in the chakram. If it had a longer range. Oops. Yeah, she can take it. She's tough. Alright, still early game, so none of this really matters. What am I complaining about? It's just... This is early. She's not gonna... None of these guys are gonna beat me up or anything. And down he goes. 1 sec, my computer just shut off.
And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Okay, what stats am I going to be shooting for here? Okay, well, I am definitely want to go for the tower, but I think the only thing that's really going to work for her is this raw HP. You know, I think I'll focus on towers for for later parts of the run, for off-screen stuff. I have a lot to cover tonight before I get to towers. So yeah, I think those are going to be my two biggest challenges in this run. Actually, 3. What am I going to do for damage once the sword, this one-handed sword, stops being good enough? Because it's really, I've already done all this with one-handed swords. It's not the best. And how am I going to deal with the low poise? Because that's her thing. She's technically she's like a berserker in some ways. She just screams and roars angrily, runs in and starts attacking. That was I remember quite a bit of that in the show, at least in the bit I did watch. If you saw the early part of the stream, I have no idea how to do Gabriella. I thought she was going to be Latenna because I remember her shooting her bow, but then I actually looked her up and turns out she mostly just used her staff, right? And then later on size. So the only Spirit Ash that even comes close is the two Jolie and Anna. What was their name? The two Black Knights. But only the one you get has the sword. The one has the sword. The other one has the claws. Now that would be okay, in a way, to use her, but you can't get her separately. You can't get the second sister separately. I mean, if you can, I mean, someone tell me. But as far as I know, the only way the second sister even activates is if you have the first one. If you have Joan, I think is the first one's name. So. Look how misty this is. Yes, I know it looks great. It's wonderful. I get it. People love this stuff, but I can't see anything. Okay, no, this is not bad, but you know what I mean. And the DLC, it's almost like a black mist. So let's see. Okay, my stream is in 480 for some stupid reason. Now let me change that. Well, there's the lightning going again. Okay, well, okay, so there. So just so you know, if at some point my stream suddenly just cuts off, it's because there's a lightning storm going on. So there you go. If that happens, if something happens there, I just suddenly shut off. That's why. Okay, where is the shack? Where is the boiled prawn shack? Okay, good. It's marked on the map. Because actually, no, this is Deathbird. Deathbird. But can't refuse a challenge. That's the rule. I still haven't figured out a way to fit in the chakram in any of these fights. I haven't decided yet if that's going to be the only rule. Where'd it go? But like I said, I don't really know the show, so I'm not sure what her thing is. This is what I got for now. Oop. Yeah, it's still early, so none of this stuff is gonna really affect me. So that's why I'm trying to rush to. Well, aside from losing an hour to that storm, I also need to rush to get to the good stuff sooner. But this time I got 3 nights to get this done, so I don't have to feel obligated to stay up too late this time. Because staying up late may mean I get more done, but it means I'm a lot more tired. When the next when I come and start these again, I'll be way more tired at night. So it's actually better that I don't go all night, because then you have to hear me complain the rest of the night about how tired I am. I can only imagine how annoying that gets. I don't expect to run out any boiled prawns. Yes, I have a lot of them. Because why not? Thankfully, there's not. I don't think. Okay, well, at least he'll be there if I need to buy more. If you don't do anything with the Dung Eater or any of that stuff with him, do anything with the quest, he'll never go anywhere. He'll he'll stay right there. I don't know if he advances to Lendl, to the lake outside Lendl. What's it called? I haven't memorized all these locations yet. Oh, they're not appearing. Well, here he appears here. Anyway, he won't appear there. The idea is if you do that little quest where you give him the pendant and blah blah blah, you do some stuff with him, he eventually goes there. But I have seen him go there without me doing anything with him, so. Although I think you do have to at least buy one of his prawns at some point. I haven't memorized the quest, so don't take anything I say as gospel in that regard. I do not play this game every single day. like some of these streamers, like 8 hours a day, okay? Just fun builds. I think these are fun builds. I think it's fun to try and recreate some of these famous pop culture characters. Oh, so I'm going to be doing this for the next 3 days. But here's the thing. Here's an idea I've been toying with. So this week coming up is a vacation week. It's a very well-known vacation week in, well, I won't say North America, but at least, you know, the upper part of North America. Because the 1st and the 4th are both holidays in Canada and the USA, right? And what usually ends, and of course, if they're in the middle of a week like this, like it is this year, it's like a Tuesday and a Friday. When it's in the week like that, what usually ends up happening is people just take the whole week off. Usually people go on vacations during that first week, but this is going to be especially true. Anyway, it's a vacation week. People tend to go on vacation this week, so I am going to. Technically, I am on vacation as well, so I will be. I may stream every night that whole week. I know there'll be a lot. I mean, but hopefully you're actually going out somewhere. Going on vacation, going out with your family, going with your friends, going somewhere nice, going somewhere cool. Unfortunately, me, I have too many issues. That makes it difficult for me to travel, so when no one's coming this year, I haven't heard anything from anyone yet, so I am going to be around, so I am going to be streaming. For those of you who, for some reason or another, are stuck at home for the whole week, or even, you know what, I shouldn't be saying that, because people bring their phones and they watch streams on their phones too. Okay, whatever. I'm streaming all week. Let's just put it this way. Possibly. I might not. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided yet. It's going to depend on some things. I mean, I might end up being too tired all week. I mean, honestly, I'm usually tired anytime I do these streams, but then I have at least the rest of the week to get over it. But so we'll see how that goes. But that's another reason why I won't be doing this all night. I will try to avoid going super late. But if I do it next week, now I don't have any new streams planned specifically for the middle of the week. If I take any day off, it'll be Wednesday, because that's usually a work day regardless for a lot of people. But again, we'll see how that goes. Or if I get a lot of people coming, then sure, I'll do it all week long. But the schedule is not going to change. So this means Xena is still going to be this part of the week. Frost Death Knight is still going to be next weekend. But, so for the week it'll be new ideas. I do have a couple new ones. Anime Ninja, right? I did Historically Accurate Ninja. I thought it'd be fun to do Anime Ninja, where this time I just grab the biggest, coolest, most badass sword I can and just go, you know, nuts. Like, screw the historically accurate, the history and the accurateness, just go hog wild, you know? And then at the end of the week, maybe I will do, maybe Wolverine. Even though everyone's done Wolverine, now I'm just curious to see what would happen if the way historically accurate Ninja started. Remember when I said he was too powerful? It felt like I was going a little too. It felt too supernatural the way things were going, so I changed it to be more just pure physical. So that's what I was like. Oh, well, what would happen if I just done it this way? Because it seems so powerful. All right, and now I want to see how that will go. And yes, I know Wolverine is not going to be stacking arcane and all that stuff, but you know, it's just a fun little extra build idea, so I'm not going to be trying to be perfect. In the case of Wolverine, it says I'm going to try and replicate the result, not be perfectly accurate to the way the character is, like just pure physical damage and nothing else. No, I want to replicate the result. And the result is bloody and messy with Wolverine, so that means a lot of arcane and a lot of blood damage, a lot of bleed damage. And originally I wasn't going to do Wolverine at all because it's like, you know, everyone does him, and you know, you just got to stack on HP regain. And HP regain, if you get it from all the proper sources of the game, it'll kind of look stupid because now you got Wolverine running around in black armor with a shield, you know, all this stuff, right? And he's got to learn to have faith so he can cast spells. But then I realized Millennia's ability, the Great Rune, kind of functions like an HP regain. Well, it is an HP regain. It's the Bloodborne regain, so that can work. Although there's a bit of an issue there because her Great Rune is at the end of the bloody game. So it would be more like I could only use in the DLC. But you know what? The DLC is usually the part that's actually the hardest. But whatever, we'll see how it goes if I get to Wolverine. I just think it'd be fun to do him. So, but again, that was an unscheduled idea for the next week. If there's a good chance I'll probably not do any of these builds. I am more interested in doing Anime Ninja anyway. Wolverine will just do it if I find myself streaming all next week. Like I said, it's entirely possible. No one has said anything so far about what they're going to do next week to me. They might just show up. They might just suddenly show up on Monday and be like, "Hey, I scheduled all my, I took all my vacation days. Let's go do something." Oh, okay. Oh, I should have rested. So that might change. But as of right now, I got nothing. Okay, you come back down here. Oh, I get to push the guy off the cliff now. So because I don't know the show, I mean, I know Xena was likely not an evil person. And I know she didn't operate in a gray zone. I think it was less like she operated in a gray zone. She's more of like the Crusader, like the, always say D&D terms, chaotic good. She just do whatever she thinks was right. Off you go. No, you didn't fall. Oh, someone didn't fall for a change. Oh, well, okay, that's one that didn't fall. I guess now I am 3 for 4 on that one. So I don't know what her morals were, but I'm pretty sure it was like, I'll just do whatever to get the right thing done. Like, I'll just do what's right, and that's all to it. And that's why she was, it looked like, or it would appear that she'd operate in a bit of a moral gray zone at times, because for her it was all about just, that guy's evil, kick his ass sort of thing. Again, this is what I remember from the show episodes I watched. I am not an expert on the show. My sister is, but she hasn't. Well, she hasn't seen this yet. So I asked her some questions about it, but she said not to. I don't know. She didn't want to talk about it because apparently she hasn't seen it in a long time either. So, and I'm also pretty sure. I don't know if she has anything. All I know is she has the chakram and she has the sword. If she used any other weapons regularly, I am completely unaware. So someone will have to tell me if she did use anything. And I don't mean like, I looked at a list of all the weapons she used over the course of the show. She used a lot of weapons over the course of the show. But it was like once in a while. Like if some guy had one, she'd grab one and use it. But I mean her regular weapons. And her mainstays was this sword and the chakram. I haven't even figured out how to use the damn chakram yet. This is actually kind of messing me up because the chakram, this thing has such a short range. If this had a longer range, I'd use it like from safety, you know? I can attack bosses while they're doing their thing, but it's such a short range. It's, boy, well, we'll see. I'll try and find more uses for it. I also need to find a Spirit Ash that works for Gabriella. I don't know. If anyone has any ideas for that, that would be helpful. But as it is, this is live. This is live. I am sweating in my room right now because it's 30 degrees and storming like crazy outside. So, live and uncomfortable. Oh, crap. Speaking of uncomfortable, I am in... Oh, I was in lava. Oh, good. I got lucky. It is storming. It is raining outside. You might even be able to hear the thunder going off. My window is a light show. Yeah, that's all I can really manage right now, man. My equipment is shit. I'm basically a level 1 streamer, but I really don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. And more of it as a warm-up. When I get much better at this, I do plan on doing more stuff, Twitch and all that stuff. But, you know, I hear a lot of people. I was just watching videos today about people, a lot of big streamers saying that Twitch has gotten really bad for streaming. I don't know the details. That's just what they're saying. But I do intend to. My voice hurts at the end of these streams. Let me put it that way. No, you're right. When I after doing a few of these streams, by the end of it, I was like, holy cow, how do these streamers go on like crazy all night long? My throat was hurting. Like, you never see streamers talking about how their voices hurt. Like, ugh. No, when I first started these, I didn't think I would be able to talk this much either. Trust me, when I started this, I was thinking, I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna suck ass. No, when I first started doing this, I thought I was gonna suck ass, really. I thought it was gonna be horrible. I didn't think I'd say anything. I probably do still suck ass. But I didn't think I'd be able to keep going and keep talking. And often, well, I do repeat myself a lot, and I do ramble a lot, so I'm definitely not that great yet. I'm not used to talking and playing at the same time either. So a lot of times when you see me playing, I might start rambling incoherently, or I'll have to stop talking because I'm still not used to that part yet. And you know what? Some of these streamers, like these big streamers, they say it can take a while before you adjust. It can take like a few months. So there's nothing else you can do but just keep doing it. You got to keep practicing, or even just practicing off stream. Just talk while you're playing. But some of the streamers, I've seen them say, they started streaming because they're like, oh, I talk while I'm playing all the time. No, I'll just stream it. I'll just stream it, and it works for them. My strategy is. Okay. I don't know what that means. Triggers to the Vita. But, yeah, my strategy is for chatting is I just focus on talking about my gameplay strategy mostly. And actually, one of the things with these builds, when you start talking about shows like Xena, Warrior Princess, I can start talking about the show and how the show would relate, like how the characters would run in Elden Ring, like stuff like this. I focus on the weapons, I focus on the clothes. It's like, like, hey, that, armor works, and I'll might go over it like 3 or 4 times in a stream. I'll go on about how this looks, how that looks, like stuff like this. And if I actually really know the material, I can go on a long time. Like if you saw my Egris stream or the Death Knight stream, I played World of Warcraft for like 10 years. Oh wait, no, maybe I shouldn't say 10 years. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, okay. You actually made the triggers. Well, that's awesome. I don't really have the know-how for that sort of thing. But I don't know. I can't give you any. I really can't give you any advice on how to do streaming because I'm still learning all this stuff too. So if you can get to work on the Vita, that's great, man. You go for it. Hey, if it works for you. Oh, and don't worry if my answers get a little funky. Like I said, I'm still not used to talking and playing at the same time. So there have been a few times now when people have asked me questions, and I'll start going, I'll totally fall apart because I am not used to this at all. And so far, people haven't really talked to me that much. So, also the font on my screen is pretty small, and they don't stay on for very long, so I might miss a question. I do have the stream open up in the YouTube window, but again, I'm not like these other streamers. I have back issues, so I can't sit on a chair with a camera in my face for hours on end. I gotta sit way. Thanks a lot, man. Because I don't think I'm good at all. I think I'm awful, honestly. So if you think I'm good, thanks a lot. You just made my night. Because my night's pretty shitty so far. It's so hot. Actually, it's not just hot. It's so humid. It's storming. Like I said earlier, don't be surprised if the stream just dies because there's a hell of a light show going on outside my window right now. Holy crap! What am I doing? I'm just running in a direction. I'm just running and talking. I'm like, where am I going? I'm on autopilot. That sounds great. Because I have to keep moving. I wish I could just stay in one spot, but no, if I stay in too long in one spot between spine issues and rib issues, they lock up and it can get really painful, so I gotta keep moving. These guys who do these streams for like hours, like little Aggie when he was doing Night Rain, and he did not stop until he beat the whole game. He was going until 8 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I got to see the whole damn thing, but I don't know how I can do that. And I don't know if a lot of people realize, but when you do these streams, and depending on the mic you use, if you're lucky enough to get a mic that can perfectly follow your voice, your direction, oh, that's awesome. That's great. But a lot of us end up just getting whatever mic we can afford at the beginning, and most of them only really work if they're so perfectly placed. It took me about like 3 months before I finally found a good placement for my mic, where I sounded okay, or good enough to say like semi-decent, right? So when you're doing these streams in these chairs, like these guys gotta keep, like, they gotta have their mic right in their face and they're leaning close to the computer. I can't imagine doing that. I'd be so sore after only a half hour. So no, I gotta keep moving around. But what you're doing, that sounds great. That sounds awesome. Maybe I should do that. I should set something up like that. I am doing stuff and playing stuff without even really thinking. I am on absolute autopilot. Holy crap. Like I said, I'm not used to the playing and talking and thinking at the same time part yet. What am I going to do? Oh, Gargoyle comes. I don't want to fight him yet. He's going to be too easy. Let's save it for a gargoyle, one of the later gargoyles, because towards the end of the base game, they'll actually be challenging enough to put up a real fight. Like right now, this is just early game stuff. Well, not early game. This is +1, just cycle 1, right? So, what am I doing here? Yes. So the early bosses are going to be too easy, so why waste the time? But yeah, I'm just kind of setting up, really, for the... Most of the fun stuff happens at the end of the game. Everything at the beginning, I know it's not as much fun as these guys who are like, can you beat the game as this? And they start from the very beginning and... Yeah, that's great. They're challenges. I understand why people love that sort of thing, but for these builds, if I started the game from like level 1 every single time, I wouldn't even have the whole build like put together and ready. Like Freya's armor. This is Freya's armor. And so I have to... You can't even get it until you can kill her. At least the earliest point you can kill her is midway through the DLC. So I wouldn't even be able to do this build properly until that point in the game, right? So I'm not going to start at level 1 every single time that these guys do it. I mean, great for them, they can do it, but, you know, they got, like, they're like full-time streamers. They literally have nothing else to do except to stream Elden Ring. So, and I'm not even trying to go that far. Honestly, this is mostly just, this is more like me practicing for, like, when I get more into, like more professional editing and stuff. This is... Why am I going this way? I'm on complete autopilot. I am still not used to the talking and playing part. Okay, so this is a quick start, so I definitely... Oop, arrows. You know, I could also, during some of these slower stretches, I should really talk more about, like, gaming news and stuff. But I guess... Oh, you... Wide swings on you. But like I said, I'm still not used to really thinking and playing and talking at the same time yet, so... I go blank when it comes to a lot of these things like gaming news and things, unless it's like a really big announcement or something. So I am... Oh, you. Right, that's you. You, how am I going to deal with you? There's no way to deal with you. I just got to deal with you head on. That's just all it's to it. There is no other way to go about it. This might actually be, tricky. Going. Boy! Boy! Oh shit, that hurt. Oh crap. You're supposed to be tough, Xena! You are so... Oh boy. Alright, I can do jumping attacks. Silly me, I forgot. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good lightning bolt. That one came down close to the house. Again, if my stream suddenly just dies for some reason, it's because there's a hell of a lightning storm going on. Just to warn you. Ooh, you might even heard that thunder just then. That was a loud one. Oh, I'm aware. Time I have. Time I have. Oh, there goes my buff. I've actually been running this channel for a year now. Not really doing anything special, really. I've only just started streaming. I definitely need to have better equipment, like for now. This is just basic equipment. So that's my next step, is to upgrade my equipment and actually have some like actual quality streams going. I'm still learning all that stuff. At least when I get a chance to learn that stuff. Although right now all I'm doing is on weekends because I can't imagine doing this every night. If I, you know, it would probably be easier for me to do this earlier, or I could do this more days if I started earlier, but I can't do this earlier, so I just have too much stuff to do. I really can't sit down and do this for a few hours until later in the night. And plus, I just assume that you're going to capture the West Coast people anyway. At this time of night, it's only like 9 o'clock on the West Coast anyway, so... And a weird number of people I tend to meet online are always West Coast. Then again, I always play it like this time of night, so no wonder. Okay, let's get back to the run, the Xena run. Now we're getting to a point where actual interesting things can happen. So, we are going to head over to Radon. Oh, wait, no, not there. We are going to head over to Radon. Gee, if I knew more about Xena, I would have more things to say. But this is not like Agrius or Death Knight, where I could always talk about World of Warcraft if I run out of things to talk about. I don't know Xena. I really don't know what happens on the show. I was hoping my sister would help me out a bit, but she did not get back to me by this point. So let's see. I still have not figured out a good way to use the damn chakrams. They're just too short range. What kind of... So this is going to end up being like a challenge run. I think this is going to end up being a challenge run, because it's basically sword and shield minus shield. I do have a lot of power, at least in those strikes, so it's not like I can really focus on raw damage. So that's okay. And the whole thing with the charged attacks, well, I'm not going to see how strong the charged attacks are until I start fighting more higher level enemies. There's really not much to say. The Braggart's War, or Warrior's Roar. Roar attacks, throw chakrams when I get a chance to, swing sword. And do it all without a shield and without with low poise. This is going to turn into a challenge run. I very highly doubt I'm going to beat Radon. Consort Radon, not this Radon. The base game Radon. He's not much of a deal. Does Xena get help? Now there is a question. I don't know. I know she has Gabriella, but there's no Spirit Ash that really captures the essence of Gabriella. But what about friends? Obviously she gets some friends over the course. There's always some people she's helping, and they help her out, and I'm sure there's some people she fights with. We'll just say that if the option is available, she's not the kind of person to turn down help. Well, which will be good, because a lot of these runs are starting to feel like, hey, look, I can beat anyone if I have help. I'm like, oh, no. No. I have beaten Radon without the Mimic Tier, you know. I've done it. It has happened, believe it or not, but for just not on stream yet. I just have yet to fight Radon with the kind of build that requires... And I always need a bit of time to warm up to Radon, you know. The really tough bosses like Millennia and them, I always need a few minutes a few attempts to get my flow down, you know, before I can beat them. And some of these builds just don't work. Right? Like I said, I didn't end up recording it because the recording was corrupted with Agrius, but her build did not work for Millennia at all. right? You can't just stand there spamming those abilities with her. Now, if you got help or something to tank her, well, you can do it. Sure, fine. But who did I have? Right, I had Lavian and Alicia, the Spirit Ashes acting as the two knights, but they weren't much help for all that stuff. So I actually had to change Agrius into more a bonk build, just, heavy weapons, strength, do damage, blah, blah, that sort of thing. So officially I did not manage to beat her as Agrius, I just beat her as Agrius adjacent, someone who looks like Agrius. Oh crap, I gotta fight this dragon, don't I? Shit. It's a challenger. But he's gonna be hard. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. This is not like a low-level monster. I can actually get stuck on there, on this one. Oh, this does not look good. This is not good. I should have summoned the stupid torrent. Eat! Eat, eat, eat! Oh boy. Oh, this does not look good at all. Oh boy. I'm not used to actually fighting anything difficult at this point in the runs. In these runs. Oh shit, he's gonna breathe on me, isn't he? Nope. Oh, this is not good. Only a few hundred HP damage. Ooh. I do have the great sword to act as. Oh, whoa, 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 ah! I do have the great sword to do some extra damage, but. But I'm going to try and stick with her weapon because she definitely uses a broadsword, right? She does not use almost like she doesn't really use a Greek short sword. She uses more of a arming sword, really. Well, not even that. It's more of a straight broadsword. Crap. Oh, this is not going well at all. And again, this is probably going to be how most late level fights are going to look with her, so it is giving me a good idea of what to look for here. Oh. No. No. Ooh. Yeah, I saw that. I keep forgetting about the stupid jump attacks. Is it even worth using these stupid charge attacks to full charge? Okay, this is going better now that I remembered how to dodge. I should be wielding these two-handed. But you know what? Xena is not really I don't remember her using a lot of two-handed weapons. She would always... Because remember, she used the chakram in the other hand, so she would always have that hand free. So she's really more of a... She's going to be using this sword in one hand. That's just the way it is. Or I can just not be a stickler to just rules and just do whatever the hell I want. You know what? That's a smarter move. Oh, I didn't see an increase in HP and damage just then. Well, it worked out anyway. Haha. It worked out. That was not too bad. You just have to actually dodge and not be stupid. Oh wait, I got completely turned around. I need to go this way. Actually, you know what? Let's hit this. Grace. And I need a glass of water because it's hot in here. And my computer turned off. So give me 1 minute. Okay, I am back. Let's. Whoop, why did this turn off? I am back. Make sure. Let's make sure the sound's still okay. Wait, is this even running? Okay, how about now? Is this working now? Oh, good. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's get the recorder back recording again. It shut off. Okay, back to it. Got my water. Got my got the recorder going again, and we are headed to. We're done. Oh, I gotta turn that off. All right, now up to Redan. Let's see. Now, okay, so I think that's actually a good rule for Xena. Her code. If anyone challenges her, we gotta fight him. Now, thankfully, this guy, one of these tree spirits here, or whatever they're called, he's not going to challenge me unless I get in his face. So I can use the excuse to avoid him, which is really what they are. These are excuses not to fight bosses, I'm going to tell you. These aren't challenge runs, so I'm not required to beat anyone. They're just builds. They're just for fun. Like I said, if anyone's ever seen all my streams, or, well, okay, not a stream, my original videos, the Sword and Shield runs, now that was a challenge run. And I beat everything on that with Sword, Shield, and no tricks, no spells, no unique abilities or whatever that was in Elden Ring. I basically just Sword and Shield, whatever you could do in Dark Souls, the original Dark Souls is what I did. So that was a challenge run. So I'm good for challenge runs. And I already level 1'd the entire Dark Souls series and Bloodborne. I do not want to do that again. And, well, for a while there, I could have gotten away with saying an Elden Ring is nowhere near as hard as those games at level 1 because there's so many options. But then they released the DLC, and the very idea of fighting Consort Radahn at level 1 scares me. It scares me quite a bit. The very idea, there's just no. No. Okay, well, maybe I had like 1 million subscribers or something like that, I'd do it, but not right now. Oh, should I talk to Millicent? You know, I'm not gonna bother. I mean, I know I can stack those the prosthesis, but I don't think it's as big. And since I'm built for all charge attacks, I don't think it's going to be an issue this time with Xena. Ooh. There's a little secret drop, so I don't have to go all the way around the side. I'm glad I found that out last time. Oh, stupid dog. Damn. Normally I avoid him. I looked away from the screen for a second. Okay, so how far... Oh, I have points to spend. Ooh, I should level. What am I leveling? You know what? It's... Oh, I gotta get the endurance up, because I'm definitely gonna want to get to a light load. But I also need all the damage I can get with this build, because I am using a one-handed sword instead of even a one-handed greatsword would be better. But again, Xena does not use a greatsword. She uses a simple broadsword. That's it. That's all she uses. Now, well, actually, no. Her number one weapon... Whoa, that was a hell of a ground pound. Wow, that was a... I should be angered by that, but I'm not. That was impressive. He headbutted me square in this mid jump and pounded me all the way to the ground. Like, wow. That's a... That crow has a hell of a headbutt. But you keep headbutting over there. I'm gonna be over here. I don't want to be headbutt again. No more headbutts. Or butts. Sorry, Torrent, but of all the parts of your body that would get hit by headbutt, it will be your butt, most likely. There's a lot of butt there to get hit by. So... Yeah, I know. Torrent takes a lot of abuse, poor guy. But we all love him, so... Okay, points. You know what? I think I'm going to invest more into getting up to a light load, because that's going to be my best defense. Now, Xena was not really the type to duck and dodge and bounce around all that much, but she did practice... Actually, she was really more of a parry person, I think. It was more block and deflect the sword, but there really isn't a sword weapon parry in this game. You got shield, but not weapon. So that's not really going to be an option. And now, if she did use shields, it would be an option, but I just don't remember her using a shield. I mean, in the thumbnail, she doesn't have a shield. So I flat out don't remember her using a shield. It was always the chakram in her offhand. Now, if I could throw the chakrams from the offhand, I would do it. But I cannot. You can only throw the chakram from the main hand. So, and once I start having to switch weapons up, I tend to forget the other one exists. So sorry, any Xena fans that is waiting for me to throw the stupid chakram like Xena. It's not in my main hand. I have to switch to use it, so I may forget about it at times. Whoa, 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 that was close. Torrent saved my butt on that one. No skirt shots. Sorry. I know with Agris, they wanted the skirt shots, but she was wearing pants, so haha. Nothing to see there, but not so for Xena. She ain't wearing pants. So no skirt shots. I am too small a YouTuber to get away with anything like that. I'm not Asmongold. He can say whatever the hell he wants and get away with it. Me, on the other hand, I couldn't say farts without getting in trouble. So that's the end. So none of that silly stuff. Seriously, farts. You can't say farts. I mean, you can, but it's one of their like upper tier of moderated words, believe it or not. Not one of their, not like it's nothing really bad. It'll get you insta-banned or anything, but it's like bad enough that it can like lower your view. Like the algorithm will like skip your video or something if you say it within the first 30 seconds. So that was the end of all the hey fart fans and let's get farting stuff. That was my original intro, but juvenile, yes, but it was my intro and I liked it. But no more of that because of stupid algorithm stuff. Okay, so we are enough complaining. Let's get to Radon. And here are all the NPCs I haven't talked to because, well, None of them come for me for help. I guess if anyone came to me to help, I would have to do it because Xena would help people, generally. But no one's come for me for help, which is convenient because I don't want to help anyone. I want to get to the good stuff. Okay, let's get this started here.
Before we begin, allow... What now?
Alright, so how is this? This can suck. This might suck quite a bit because, I mean, he's not gonna have a lot of damage. Like, let's face it, he's gonna be pretty easy at this point in the game with this build at this level. But he moves around a lot, and I don't have a very long reach weapon. So actually, along with the chakram might come in handy here, because if he gets caught. With all the NPCs I can summon NPCs, I'm allowed. Because Xena would, or at least, oh, the tracking on that was cheap. Look at that, like literally swung around. Oh, good. But at the same time, a little piece of wood is enough to stop it. Okay, I got everyone? Is everyone here? Are we good? Okay, we're good. Oh, good, he started doing the rain of arrows thing way before he even got posted. Is everyone going? You guys are on your way? Oh wow, you guys could you be moving any slower? You know, a lot of enthusiasm there, buddy. There you go, finally. Now, then again, I mean, look who they're fighting. I mean, can you really blame them for not being too enthusiastic? Alright, let's try actually using these stupid chakrams. Did it reach him? No, it did not. 19. Oh, I'm rating his balls and I'm using stupid chakram. No, I'm trying to use this at range. I can't actually use this stupid thing. Stay away from me. Okay, now I'm just rating his face. That poor horse. I was about to make a joke about sticking a sword right in his groin, but then I realized, no, I'm actually going to hit the horse. Yes, he is staggered, but it's better to keep attacking him when he's staggered rather than using the crit. Because when you got a bunch of guys with you, and you got lots of, oh, this might hit me. Oh, phew. It's better to keep attacking him while they're staggered because they still take the extra damage, and with all your friends hitting them, it's better. But with the stagger animation, when you attack them with the stagger animation, they might actually become immune to damage from additional help. So it's better to just keep attacking them in that situation. It's funny that way. Okay. Radahn's Great Room is actually useful. Oh, I forgot to get the... you know, I'll deal with Great Runes off stream. Okay, so now do I have to think about gargoyles and... Well, no, you know what? She would not go after the, the elder ancestor moose. I'm just going to call him Moose. Undead Moose guy. She wouldn't do that, would she? She would consider that disrespectful. Now, the Death Knight would go after him. Totally, because they were the stand-in for the Druids, right? And the Lich King totally wanted to kill the Druids, but her, no, she will not. Why would she want to? I mean, a lot of her mythology include, well, I don't know if there are any Druids in Xena, but there probably were, and you're probably with them. So no, she wouldn't attack the Ancestor Spirit, and she wouldn't kill the gargoyles that are just doing their job and defending things. So this one would be against her code. So I'm off. I'm off the hook for that one. Why would she go killing the Druid ancestors? Like, why would she do that? She wouldn't do that. That's why. Let's see. And twin gargoyles. So yeah, I'm off the hook for them. I don't have to fight them. Now she would totally kill Ricard, but as I've said, uh, it's the builds become pointless when you. Nah, shit. I have to fight Ricard, don't I? You know what? That kind of fight is so Xena. Now that I think about it, actually more Hercules. It's actually a kind of monster that is sort of has a Greek mythology feel to it. And her grabbing some weapon, yeah, I'm gonna have to fight Ricard, aren't I? Oh, poo. Okay, I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna do Ricard, I'm not gonna do Rolana. Okay, Ricard. I mean, it didn't take so much time just to get to him. No, but if you any video where if you're saying you're playing Xena, a build in Elden Ring, you're gonna have to fight a monster that looks like Ricard, because he kind of looks like something out of a Xena show. I mean, everything in this game looks like something out of Xena, but you know, that's that particular feel, that particular Greek mythology feel in the Ricard fight. That has that signature. So I'm gonna have to do it. It will look good in the video. Oh boy. No, I'm not. I guess he challenged me. Okay, that's the code. Anything that challenges Xena, anyone who challenges her to a fight, gonna get fought. Well, I mean, what can I say? These codes are really helpful for establishing a consistent battle plan for how I'm going to use her. There you are. I don't care if you hit me with your bow. I'm Xena. I will fight through it. Even though I don't have the poise to tank it, I have to do it anyway because I'm Xena or something. I don't know. Oop. That's, wore off. I don't know what that does. I haven't fought one of these stupid things in so long. I don't remember what all their attacks are. But doesn't matter anyway, because I do remember they're easy regardless. Hey, why aren't you guys dead? How are you guys not dead? Your master's dead. Stop spearing my butt. How are you guys still alive? You're not, you know what I mean. How are you still unlive? That sounds awkward. How do you say that without getting a tongue? What? Oh my god, I have a spear in my chest. Hey, let me enjoy this funny moment. Do I still have a spear in my chest? Stay dead. Okay, do I still have a spear in my chest? Oh, that's great. And there's so much. Okay, you know, there's so many effects right now. You can barely see it, but that's a shot. That's good. Oh, but I don't know if it'll make a good. Oh, it's gone. Oh well. Don't make a short. I mean, the one with the sword in the head short did got some videos, got some views. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight the falling star. Ah. Damn, this code. This is code for Xena. Fight anything that challenges her is going to. I mean, like, I'm not fighting everything that challenges, because then I'd be fighting every single NPC in my way. And that would extend the length of this run well beyond 3 days, and I don't want to do that because this, she ain't that exciting, really. I mean, just charge attacks and use it. Yes, I was mixing the chakram whenever I could, but, you know what? The chakram would probably get more use if I was actually fighting regular mobs. Oh well. This is all early game stuff. I could... Someone sold you a broken parachute, guys. Whoop. Sorry, Torrent. All this just so... Well, maybe I should probably fight more things. So that at least this run has a little more excitement to it. But the way things are set up now, I can potentially get some more interesting bosses out of the way before it gets too late. Holy cow, there's a lot of unintended skirt panty shots with this build. Whoops. It's not my fault. I'm not trying to do that. I totally was not intending to, like, I was just trying to recreate Xena's armor. I didn't think there would be... Oh well. That's just how her armor is. I'm not fighting you again. Yes, I know you're challenging me. I already beat you. You're done. Go away. You are beat, sir. So you shall remain beaten. I'm not gonna fight the bosses again. And yes, I know by not doing the Radahn's quest, going to the cave and going for the the Valor and the Twin Gargoyles, I don't do Estelle. But as I've said in previous streams, there's a much more difficult version of Estelle in the Winterfields, and the Forbidden Snowfields, or whatever they're called, right? So if there's any version of, if I'm going to fight Estelle, I'm going to fight that one. Because that one actually has some bite to him. Because the damage level of the Howling Tree area and the Snowfields and all those is actually, well, no. It's not technically higher than the DLC, but you get like a massive stats boost in the DLC. So it ends up canceling out the actual stats difference. So I find the DLC actually be easier than some of the late game areas of the base game. So yeah, that's why I'd rather fight that Estelle rather than the one in there, because it's just, I will always prefer late game versions of, like, I'd rather have fought that Deathbird in the DLC, because it would actually be more of a challenge to this Xena. Or even just a death. Well, okay, if there was a Deathbird in the Howling Tree area, it would probably be harder than the one in the DLC. Because it's like 14 times stats, and then Howling Tree is about 7 times stats, but that extra little... Because of the way the math works in Elden Ring... I'm not a math wizard, so don't ask. But because of the way the math works... oh, that's a really heavy rainfall. You might even be able to hear that. Because of the way the math works... The damage bonuses from the Shadow Tree blessings can really stack up with your regular... But it's just possible to do more damage in the DLC than you could have in the... Well, I'm getting distracted here from the rain. That's quite a heavy rainfall. I'm starting to get worried about my eavesdrop. That's raining hard. Anyway, whatever. I find monsters and creatures and bosses in the Howling Tree area and those areas of the base game harder than a lot of DLC bosses. The only exceptions being the usual, like Radahn, Mesmer, but they're specifically designed to be so hard. But for the most part, like there are regular enemies in the Howling Tree area that can hit you for like more than half your health in just like regular hits. And there's nothing like that in the DLC unless it's like one of the semi-mini bosses. But even Radahn with enough no skirt shots. Even Radahn, like, you can get his the damage down quite a bit. Okay, that's down. Now I'm starting to ramble a bit. So yeah, I fight. If there's a boss I'm going to fight in the late game, either in the late game versions or in the DLC version, because it's just more fun that way, I think. Because anything I fight in these areas, they're going to just be, they're just going to be beaten, no problem. Alright, where is a Grace? Is there no Grace? Oh, no, wait. I don't think I'm actually at the top yet. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to fight the stupid Falling Star Beast, because he challenges me. And this is like the hardest version of it in the base game. Actually, he's one of the hardest bosses I found. I found him to be pretty hard to beat the first time I fought him. And now I don't even have... this is not even sword and board. I mean, with a shield, it's not so bad. I don't even have a shield. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. Oh boy, I don't want to fight the Falling Star Beast. Not the full-grown one. I mean, it's the Mount Galmer area, but it's still pretty tough. Oh. Oh, not there yet. No, I am whining for nothing. Mad Knights. Just Mad Knights with glowing eyes. I did have an idea for sort of a frenzy build, but it doesn't really work on PvE anyway. Oh, that reminds me. I mentioned the Gandalf build. So, I'm probably not going to be able to really concentrate on talking about this during this fight. So maybe I'll leave it till after. But I had an idea for a Gandalf build. Because the problem with a lot of wizard builds is that there's really nothing unique about them. You're just a wizard. But Gandalf has some interesting eccentricities. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh! Okay. Wow, that went well. Hit. Yeah, I got it. Okay then, let's try that again. He made it very clear. He's the king of the hill, I got knocked off. So let's try that again. Ooh, let's get one of these. No rules against me using one of those. Get away, get away, get away. Oh, he missed. He missed. Awesome. And he didn't miss that time. Don't attack me there. Now this time you don't got a four hordes blocking your crotch area, but then again neither do I. I just took a rock right up one. Okay, ouch. Ouch. Oh shoot. You know, normally I find that damn near impossible to block. Why am I avoiding it? Oh right, I'm not locked on. Oh, I've never tried fighting him not locked on before. Ooh, this is working really well. So, I mean, until I got hit just then. Ooh, this is interesting. Alright, night buddy. Thanks for watching. I get it too. Around this time of night, I start to lose it myself. So, it's probably not going to go much longer anyway. And going. Okay, now I've lost my momentum. Oh. Oh, that went well. Okay, so did I just? Okay, no, that was nothing. No, I thought I saw something funny. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Whoa! Hey, ice. Oh no, that was funny. We shot off to the side weirdly just then. Oh, gotta get out of here, gotta get out of the way, gotta get... Yay, made it. I thought... Oh my god. Ugh. I think the Falling Star Beast is a perv. That was an unavoidable anti-shot. I don't know what to tell you. It's not my fault. He did it. Don't blame me, he did it. This is not going well, guys. I should try jumping more. Why do you keep getting to jump? He's strutting. He was strutting. What you little fart. Strut. Well, at least I'm not in the view. I got out of that. No, this is not going well. This is not a good fight to be doing with a one-handed weapon without a shield. I should look up if Xena ever made heavy use of a shield, but I'm pretty sure she didn't. Okay, what's this? What's this? I don't recognize this. What the hell was that? I've never seen that before. Dang. I've never seen that ability before. What was that? That was a first. Darn it. This is too early in the run to be dealing with actual tough enemies. And this time I got no help. I mean, I shouldn't always be calling for help. Maybe I should try dodging when I get my timings right. That might help. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Crap. This is gonna hurt. As long as I don't get thrown off the cliff, I should be fine. Oh, right, I forgot to use the crabs. Oh. Yeah, he's tricky when I don't have a Spirit Ash. But then again, I also don't normally use a one-handed weapon without a shield when fighting him. Well, I can't get caught up fighting him. I would like to try and get most of all these all the early bosses out of the way in this stream, and then I can focus on okay, no, I'm not going to complain about time anymore. I spent way too much time complaining about time in the previous streams. No time. No complaining about the time. I mean, unless I'm talking about mistiming the jump, that's when I can talk about time. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh, that was not that attack. Okay, I was good. And here it goes again. One more. We're good. You know, not locking onto him is definitely helping avoiding some of these attacks, but I'm also missing a lot of attacks because of it. Which is the problem when you're using a one-handed weapon. You don't have much room for, you don't have as much room for error and you're going to get a lot of that when you're fighting without lock on. However, boy, I don't normally have this much. I usually have a lot of trouble avoiding all my attacks when fighting him, or avoiding his attacks. So this is great. I mean, no, it's not great. I am barely done any damage to him. Looks like I don't have time to do my charges. I have to. I can use the charge attack, but not like a full charge. I certainly can't do the full combo. Or I just do that and I just ignore the damage that's coming. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna fight through the pain. I mean, why not? I actually took off a huge chunk of his health just fighting through it like that. Maybe that's just gonna have to be the deal with her. Okay, the camera killed me there. You got me caught in a corner, but because of the camera movement, I wasn't able to... Oh shit, not again. I don't wanna... I can't keep wasting time on him. Whoa! I was able to jump... Whoa, you can jump over that. That's, that was interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people right now are probably used to the idea of jumping to avoid attacks, but literally jumping over the boss? Pooh. I didn't jump over that. Son of a monkey fart. Ah, can't get stuck on this guy. I'm supposed to be doing record. Yep, for. I'm going to do this one more with the regular sword, and I'm going to try it with the great sword. Oh good, he's letting me buff. That's nice of you. Oh, this attempt is shit. You know what? I've had bad attempts end up become winning attempts. So, yeah, give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Or something like that. I mean, it's always easy to say when you're not the one being pounded around by a giant rock beast. is going exactly how I remembered it the first time I fought him. Pain in the butt. The animations for that attack were hidden in the ground. I couldn't see them. That is not the button I pressed. Okay, this is turning into a problem. And I have a lot of bosses left to fight. But unfortunately, Xena's not the type to give up a fight. So this almost feels like I have to do this now because I don't know what's going on. I don't fight him with the stupid... Okay, I'm going to be trying this because I don't want to be stuck here. I'm supposed to be... Like if I leave it off here, then I have a lot of stuff left over for the DLC I'm going to be stuck with. And I do not want to do that. The way I think it's supposed to work. Good. I mean, it's a little slower though than the other one, but then again, I think you're supposed to be doing it this way with more heavier weapons. But I am definitely not gonna blow up all my prawns on this guy. Well, I kind of figured that Xena would be a bit of a challenge run because she is lightly armored. And I don't have a shield, so this is not the way she fights, but I don't know what to tell you. This is not going well. And the kind of damage I'm doing, this is more like what I've expect to see on the DLC. Oh crap. So I don't know why this one guy is... I don't know. But like I said, like I've said before, it's amazing how these different builds can all turn out so differently from each other. Again? Oh, come on. That's so impossible. I don't know how to avoid that. That's why I don't like fighting him without a shield. Yeah, that's slow with the heavier sword. Hear that? Hear all the thunder? crap. Oh boy. This sucks. Well, clearly the poise talisman is worthless, because it's barely making any difference. So what do I need to work on here? I'm going for damage, because I think that's the problem here. Because, well, okay, and plus it's starting to get late, and I'm starting to, because it's starting out, I was doing really great with evading him. Now suddenly I can't evade his attacks for nothing. So I am losing it here. And that means I'm also going to leave free card for a later date, so I want to get some of these other bosses out of the way. I would like to get some progress into Langdell. Now that I've lost so much time to this guy. But, you know, I know it's not how Xena fights, but this is... Oh boy. This is tricky. Damn, I always mistime that. Not the way Xena's supposed to fight, but this damages. But normally when you're going with a one-handed sword build like this, you're either dual wielding, or you've got a blood thing going, or you've got a shield in your hand, so... Finally. Okay then, that was good. So, see, like, look at this now. I got... Not using the one-handed sword, and he's down to half health, so... And once again, I'm having trouble finding chances to use his... This is worth attacking. I know I'm going to get hit, but this is worth attacking. Ouchie, but it worth it. It was worth it. No skirt shots. No, stop attacking. But yeah, see, I can't. It's not her preferred weapon, but it's... When you do these kind of builds, you're supposed to be using like either two-handers or shields too. Ow, but worth it. I gotta get these hits in. I have a lot of healing items. So I can afford to take some hits now. And I need him dead. I need you dead, buddy. So do me a favor. Die for me, please. Oh crap, he's starting to outlast me here. Don't come back, don't come back. Yes, you came back. Gonna do the third one? You gonna do the third one? Oh shit, not this again. Like, the second time I've ever seen that stupid attack. Ooh, I hit you in your crystal. You didn't like that, did you? Well, I didn't like that either, so I should stop going around. I'm getting more output out of doing these stupid jump attacks than using these charged attacks. Even though I'm sure... Shit. Don't get greedy, don't get greedy, don't get greedy, don't get greedy. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. No! I'm sorry, Xena. I can't avoid the panty shots. Oh no. Oh crap. Shit. No, I can't die here. Not again. Not to him. I'm already having to abandon a free card for another stream just because you wasted my time. Yay, he's down, but after he wasted so much of my time. Oh, bugger. Great, so I'm going to have to leave Falling Star. Wait, I got to go back to the regular sword that I'm supposed to be using. That's the one that's actually like what Xena uses. But I'm gonna get the Grace. Wait, wrong direction. So I'm gonna get the Grace. Nah, it's not worth anything. But I'm gonna have to leave Ricard because I really want to get some more of this done. I'm trying to reduce the amount of bosses I have to deal with tomorrow night. And the deal, I'd prefer to start getting into the DLC a bit for tomorrow. But right now I have, what do I have? I'm gonna try at least do through Lendl tonight, so I don't have to stay up because. But that would be a good. Oh right, I always keep forgetting to account for Fair Missoula. I keep forgetting about Fair Missoula. Nuts. So that, I mean, that in itself is quite the. But I mean, well, if I actually stopped here. If I stopped here, this would actually be a nice... I mean, Fair Missoula bosses, those bosses, the final bosses, secret bosses, Ricard. That's actually a good little lineup right there, isn't it? But at the same time, that's a whole night in itself, and the DLC is good for 4 hours easy, and I don't want to go until 4 a.m., so I am going to knock out as much of Lendl as I can, because there's a whole dungeon I got to ride through to get through... before I can get to Ricard, so I don't want to risk doing that. It'll be a good way to start the next stream, though. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. I got no help this... I'm getting no help this run. I mean, she's supposed to have Gabriella, right? She has Gabriella, but I have no idea which Spirit Ash can act as Gabriella. There's, I don't know. Nothing really matches Gabriella. The closest I can get was either Finley, but I mean she's huge. She's huge, gigantic knight with, but she does have a well. I mean, she doesn't have a staff. She has a halberd, but it looks like a staff. And then one of the Jolin and whatever the other girl's name was. But the problem is you can only get Jolin. You can get Jolin by herself, but she uses a sword. The other one uses claws, which is not exactly like a size that Gabriella gets at the end of the series, but it's closer. If I could have someone who just uses staff, but I mean, oh, that's right. You're a thing.
For bringing here.
Yeah. You did your job, now, but you know I could. Well, I can always get help. Then again, it increases the boss's HP. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. See, this is different. This is not going to be like the stupid Falling Star Beast to... This is not going to be like getting to Ricard. Oh, wait, but I have to fight anything that challenges me. That's Xena. That's the code for this run. Xena's code is anything that challenges her, I have to fight. And there's been more of that so far than I was expecting to encounter. Because even, like, well, okay, unless it's a boss I've already beaten, or that one gargoyle, I just didn't want to fight him. I was busy talking to someone, so I sort of just ran by. I was on autopilot. Oh, shoot. That was a big... Oh, ooh, that's not the way you're supposed to go. Crapola. Crappy crap. Oh, lightning. No lightning. No lightning to the shorts. That's not a good place to get hit with lightning. I have no clue what that feels like, but I imagine it's not pleasant. Oh crap, this thing's gonna challenge me, isn't he? This is a challenge, isn't it? Are you gonna let me go? No, of course not. That's a challenge. Yeah, I have to fight whatever challenges me. But I do not have to. No one said I have to accept the challenge. That's very sucking. And unlock the Grace. And I'm going to go back and deal with your wooden ass. Alright, still have the two-hand. Let's stick with that for a while. See how it goes. Square off. Alright, I moved the roar. I moved it to the other one. Barbaric roar. No, wait. Okay, we go two-hand now because I never seem to find a chance to use the Cirque. Where'd you go? Wait. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hey, he challenged. I came back to fight him and he wasn't here, so I'm taking it. Hey, he challenged me. I was going to fight him, but he decided to not show up. So not my fault. He took off. So yay for me. Saves me a fight. No upskirt shots. But then again, at this point, he's gotten quite a few. So, I mean, that falling star beast, that was awful. She's literally just floating there in the air, and like, ugh, that was not good. Yes, I don't want to fight everything that challenges me. Then these runs would be like an hour. Or like it'd be like 4 or 5 hours just for the first part of the game. Plus at this point I'm starting to lose juice. So let's just get this done and we'll see what I got left in the tank. Then again, well, I probably could have gotten a lot more done if that lightning storm hadn't really thrown off my schedule, but by tomorrow, once I get some of this stuff cleared out, I will take care of a lot of the slow stuff. Like there'll be a lot of things in the way. I will set myself up so I can do them quickly, so I don't have to watch me run through the howling tree or stuff like that. I will have access to all those things by that point, or after I get through here, and I maybe be able to get through some DLC stuff too. I'd love to trade with you, buddy, but unfortunately, unlike the real Xena, or the mythological Xena, or not mythical, you know what I mean, unlike the show, I can't just tank. Oh shit, that actually happened. Wow, I never lose this guy. Whoops. Now, unlike the regular Xena from the show, I can't just stand there and just take hits. This is light armor. This is mostly light armor she's wearing, so I have low poise, which is unfortunate because, you know what? I should probably start thinking of putting poise in here, but I like the bonus to charge attack power and all that stuff. But I do need it. Well, I mean, unless the poise, if it doesn't go over 50, it's no point really. But I would like to be more Xena-like. And just stand here and just trade blows. She's kind of like a barbarian. Crap. You're trying to just use these charge attacks? This is not like the Milady. It's not nearly as fast. know what? The damage to that combo is really not that great. Yeah, that's right. I'm roaring at you. I'm getting more luck just using jump attacks. Huh. These jump... I gotta use more jump attacks. Well, you know, these strategies always get adjusted. I'll start the build off a certain way, but I might make adjustments as things goes along, and certain strategies prove more useful than others. So I might have to end up going more jump attacky with this one. But I do gotta find some way to get the damn chakram in there. How am I gonna do that? I gotta figure something out with that. The chakram is not getting much use. But first we got to get her to a light load. I think it's going to be extremely important in the long run to be getting a light load. And I'm going to be challenged by Black Knife right ahead. Crapola, that's another fight I don't want to do. But she's going to challenge me, so I got to fight her. Although first I'm going to want to get the Grace. Let me get the Grace, let me get the Grace, let me get the Grace. Don't bug me until I get the Grace. Don't bug me until I get the Grace. I got the Grace. Now to deal with you. Ooh, you're fast. But you're not a boss, so... Huh. Not bad. Okay. And now for... I guess this is going to end up being the final for the night, because the only thing I have left now is just running through a dungeon to get to Ricard and running through the snowfields to get to Fire Giant, so that is better done off stream. So this is going to be it right here. Should I call for help? Well, she's the closest thing I got to, Gabriella doesn't use a sword. Oh, then I do it myself for now. Okay, here we go. Crap. That's right, I'll trade with you. Because I'm Xena. I'm not gonna run away. Unless, of course, I feel like dodging or whenever it feels necessary. Yes, right, I don't care. I'm gonna say right in your face and attack because I am Xena. I guess I am. I don't care. Attack me. I will attack you. Although I know right now something really bad's about to happen, so I'm going to fall back because this is not Xena, Warrior Princess, and I don't have plot armor. Ow. Yes, unlike there is no plot armor, so therefore I have to have some discretion. I can't be that crazy. Oh, but like for example that. No. No and no. Ooh, I should really work on something to increase stamina. Oh, ooh. Silly me. forgot about greases. There's nothing that's stopping me from using a grease. I mean, I don't remember... well, okay, I haven't watched enough Xena, so I shouldn't say I don't... what I remember or don't remember. Okay, that's it. Shoot. This is going so well. I was doing better just trading shots with them. Oh, butts. Where are they landing? Nuts. I was doing better just trading shots with them. Oh. Hot soda. Well, I said this is going to feel more like a... oh, man. This is how it's going to be for the rest of the run. All these bosses that are normally easy for me. I mean, even Ninja, historically accurate Ninja, without cheap abilities, went easier than this. Oh, boy. This is going to be a thing, isn't it? Well, I was saying that this may end up being more of a challenge run because... this is just one-handed sword. It's basically a sword and shield build, except without good armor and a good shield. Woohoo. And unfortunately, Xena doesn't use a shield, so I can't even just have one on the side. So, ooh, crapola. I'm going to have to look and see if there's any offhanders I can use that, you know what, that's just cheating. Whatever, it was only one attempt. It's not like I've been here all night. Shoot. Like I said, I'm Xena, but I don't have plot armor, so I can't just stand there trading forever. Oh, fart. No, that was all me. That was a mistake, straight up. But it's nice to know that it's actually, I can get him down to second phase really fast. Xena, why did you have to just use a single one-hand sword? Well, okay. She also has the chakram, so normally she'd have one in either hand, and she could throw the chakram, and whilst, you know, attacking the sword, then sneak in some chakrams, but you can't throw the chakram except when it's in your main hand. So, and if I use the sword, it'll be in the offhand, and then I can't do the charge attacks. So this is a bit of a tricky little predicament here. I have to literally switch to the chakram if I want to use it, and I just flat out don't remember to use it that most time. I'm too busy focusing on not dying to switch to it. And it's such a short range anyway. Ooh, good timing on that. I may have just gotten too used to fighting him with health. I've kind of forgotten the way I should be doing this. Alright, well, it's also just getting late. This is that magical time of the night when I start noticing I'm pressing all the buttons to dodge and evade, and yet it's just not, it feels like it's not registering. That's just what happens. Start to lose it. No. Crap. I got caught chugging potions. That's a good time to sneak some extra attacks in. Ooh. But he did it again. Awesome. You know what? I am getting more mileage out of just jump attacks. Jump attacks. That's it. That's what made the difference. Jeez. I'm supposed to be Xena Warrior Princess. Instead I'm bouncy mixed sword in the head. Which is nothing wrong with bouncy mixed sword in the head. Bouncy mixed sword in the head gets shit done. After all, I mean, he won. Xena Warrior Princess. Arr! Attack and slash, attack and slash. She got her butt kicked. No, but Mr. Jumpy Pants, Mr. Jump with sword to head, yeah, he gets shit done. He beat the Falling Star Beast, and he beat him. So let's give respect to Jumpy mixed sword in the head. He's a very respectable. Gets things done. Nothing wrong with that strategy. But that means I'm gonna have to do. Oh well, you have to listen to her talk. That means I'm going to have to think a little harder about this build. I mean, there's really not much to think about it. I mean, that's just the weapon she uses. But I was... well, okay, I wasn't expecting more. I was expecting this to be hard, so I shouldn't say I was expecting more. This is exactly how I was expecting this to be. But then I remembered Gabrielle, and I thought I'd have Gabrielle. I'm like, oh wow, Gabrielle would make this simpler. But no, there is no equivalent. But anyway, that is going to have to be something I'm going to have to figure out tomorrow night, or tomorrow, or whatever, because this is a perfectly decent place to call it a night. This time I have 3 days straight to get this done. So the next day the next night is a good time to cover the bosses like Ricard to Millennia and maybe even some of the DLC. So yeah, and I should be able to prep it so I can get through that a little more quickly. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for this stream. This seems to be a good place to leave it off. If I started an hour earlier, I probably would have gotten a little farther. But hey, you know, I can't control the weather, right? I can't stop lightning. I mean, I can cast lightning, but I can't stop it. Sorry. Anyway, hope you'll show up tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying this run so far. Anyway, night, guys.